Sorry.
Welcome, nerds and nerdettes, to the Status Effect Podcast, a show where three friends gather each week to talk about games and other cool stuff. My name's Michael. To my right is Justin.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
To my left is Zach.
Michael, I am your father.
Are you?
Yeah, I think so.
Why do you do the quotes thing? It's such a disgusting gimmick. Just stop
Just
it.
leave me alone.
Let him
do
live
what I want.
his life, bro.
I don't care if
Whatever,
anyone else
man.
likes it. I enjoy it, so I'm gonna do
I
it.
enjoy it too.
I just started watching
enjoy it.
Last
Thanks, buddy.
Jedi.
It keeps me
maybe
guessing.
maybe after this we can go toss the old pigskin around. How about that?
I don't like pigs.
It's football. It's
Oh,
football.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm so proud of you guys. You just
After all this
really
time,
brings a tear to my eye to see you guys bonded like this.
let's not
you
talk
know?
about how I wasn't there for you, but let's talk about how I'm here now.
Yeah, that's what matters, right?
Too close to home. Too close to home.
Too real.
Okay, so this is a gaming show, as you can tell,
No, it's not.
and we're gonna talk about playing some games.
It's okay, buddy.
I can't do the what are you playing bit. I can't. My voice can't.
What are
handle
you
it.
playing?
What are you?
What are you guys playing?
Okay, I'll go first.
Go,
I'll
Justin.
first, 'cause
Jeez.
I
Just
normally,
go.
I normally make Zach go first, and Michael's indisposed. Oh my God, he's actually getting red-eyed over here. Can see. Yikes! All right.
I'm so sorry. All right.
Okay, so I haven't actually technically been playing it, but it's a game that I played a lot in my youth. I was recently reminded that it exists. WarCraft 3.
Haven't you already talked about a Warcraft?
No. WarCraft 3 is completely different from what I was
Interesting.
talking about a couple weeks ago. This is like a
That was the
like
world of
like kind of an
Warcraft.
old school RTS from 2003, 2004. It spawned like entire game genres based on its custom game modes. It had a map editor, Dota, League of Legends, Smite, any of those games, all you can trace their lineage back to Warcraft 3. Tower defense, the whole tower defense thing basically got popularized by Warcraft 3, along with a ton of other crap. But even just the regular gameplay of it, it's crazy how much depth there was, just how much stuff, how much content, how much gameplay they crammed into this one game. Like 15 years ago, and they're still updating it somehow. It's like
Wait,
it's,
they're
it's seeing
still
like
updating Warcraft 3?
It is somehow
How is
seeing
that?
like a little miniature resurgence, and it's incredible that this game is
Is
still
this just
around.
like a community-funded resurgence, or is like
About to say,
Blizzard
how they
A little
making
bit,
money?
but Blizzard is actually updating it. Yeah, Blizzard is putting out balance patches for this game that is literally 15 years old.
How do you even play Warcraft 3? It's not on the Blizzard launcher or anything.
No,
is it?
it's not, and I think it's an absolute travesty that that's the case. But yeah, you can still buy it. Like that comes with the they've been selling it as a little battle chest or whatever with the expansion for like $20 for years and years.
Wow.
And this is a game that just custom game modes alone, I easily played for probably 2,000 hours.
But how does it hold up, though? That's my question.
I think it's still a really good game. The only like it's so colorful, even the graphics still look good. The only problem now is like some quality of life stuff, like as far as unit control is not as simplified as like StarCraft 2 or something.
Yeah.
But gameplay wise, it's still so unique. The fact that you have like hero class characters that you can make, and they gain experience levels, they have abilities in addition to having like a normal army that you raise up. And so depending on what hero you pick and what race you pick, and all the races are totally different too, you have like, it's just completely different. And then there's all these other things that are like knock-on effects from having heroes. Like you have different items that have different effects that you can get based on what random drops you get. It's like you're playing a little miniature RPG inside of your RTS every single game. It's
That actually
wild.
sounds kind of
It
unique.
is. It's super unique, and I don't understand for the life of me why they haven't put out a sequel yet. I'm hoping to God they're working on that. And I don't like RTS at all.
Well,
but
I think the reason they stopped working on it is because they have StarCraft now, and that's their RTS of choice.
yeah, I guess, but like the two games are different. It's like
They do
some
sound
people like
different,
Street
like-
Fighter, some people like Marvel or whatever.
Right,
It's
right.
kind of like that, StarCraft is way more macro oriented. Warcraft 3 is much slower paced. Every individual unit matters more, and it's more like like you'll have spellcasters that all have their own little things. Like for example, the orcs. They have a bloodlust move that like speeds up attack speed of your units. They have a purge to get rid of like magic effects.
Okay.
So, and the battles happen over like a longer period. Like sometimes you'll see in StarCraft a fight might, especially the early game, they might last like 5 seconds, if that. Warcraft 3 tends to go on longer. Everything is just kind of like slower paced.
Right. I've never really been good at RTS games.
I
Me
used
neither.
to love them.
Did you really?
Yes, and I haven't really played them as much, but if we're throwing back, let's just throw back. So I played Rome Total War, so it's a Total War game.
Yeah,
Ooh,
yeah.
that is a throwback.
I got a lot of friends that like that game.
I loved that game so much. I probably played that game more than I've played any game like ever. So
Wow.
what I could, because it was just so unique, because you could play super macro and like not you could just say simulate the battles, right? If you have enough people, it'll show you the odds of winning and stuff. You don't have to go that in depth, but you can also go into the battle and control each individual unit by themselves and kind of float around the map.
That's
and
cool.
tell them where to go. But then you also have like the economics of it. So it's kind of like Civ, but like more.
That's what I was going to say.
depth.
The only RTS game that I really put time into was Civilization.
I don't like Civilization because I played so much Total War. You don't get as much like control over.
Yeah, I'm not even sure I'd call Civ a RTS game. Like Warcraft 3 is
Yeah.
defined by all the little compromises you have to make because
Yeah.
you can't have perfect control over all your units.
Right.
So, and that's why I really don't like RTS that much, is because I can play and sort of realize how far I am from being able, like, physically to do what I want. It's hard to just control that many units, especially when you have like a couple grunts here that are just punching people. Then you got your Blade Master dude; he can go invisible and all kinds of crazy crap. Then you have spellcasters, people that can net stuff, and this is all in just like one normal fight.
But what I liked about Total War was that you could set certain ones to be auto. So like, let's say I had two armies like coming from the front and the back of this like unit or whatever. I could say, well, that army I want to be controlled by the computer, and I'll just take the main attack army for myself. So you can kind of like you can break it down to where you are comfortable with the amount of control you have.
Yeah.
But with the economics was really cool too. What I was saying was like you can go in, you can actually go into the city as like just a floating orb.
A little peon.
Yeah, and you can see like you could look and see what you've been building and stuff. But you have to keep the happiness of all the people, and as you get farther away from Rome, it gets harder to do, because they are not as nationalistic, like especially taking over like Egypt and places like that. Dude, man, you talking about stress? So what would happen was, and I feel this is really bad. Like this is really bad. But what I would do is you go in, right, and I would take over a place.
Did you call people?
But I didn't at first. I would always give them a chance.
Okay.
So I would take over,
people.
and you have three different options. You can leave the populace as is, right? You don't make as much money off of the like sacking of the town, but their happiness is usually a lot higher when you take over. You can enslave, which means you make a lot of money, but your population gets hurt like a lot, and it usually hurts the morale of the place. And then also, you could just kill everybody. So what I would do is I would go in first, and I would be super, like, I tried to live like Rome actually did for the most part. Like, they for the most part, big cities, they would go in, and they would try to leave the religious and economic things up and just kind of overshadow what was going on. So I did that at first, but once you get so far away from Rome, especially like up in Europe as well, with like the Gauls and stuff, they hate you, dude.
Oh, the Gauls.
They
They're the
hate
worst,
you,
man.
dude. They hate you so much. So what I would do is I would go in and I would take over a city, and I would just leave it, right? And I would leave a few troops there or whatever. And then you could see it over time. It was a little smiley face. It would go from green to yellow to red. And then they would start rioting, and they would like destroy your stables or something. You have to put money into to repair.
Yeah.
So eventually they kick you out, and they become like a rebel hub. And then I would just, with a brute force, just go in. I would just
my
kill
God.
Start slaying.
I would
Savage.
just be like, wipe them out. And then they were happy again, because it was only in Rome.
Lesson learned.
Yeah, I think that game, I might, I think I still have it on Steam. They still sell it on Steam.
Oh,
but,
yeah, definitely.
I
That
haven't
one's a
played any of
classic.
the really new ones, the newer ones.
Yeah, I've heard mixed reviews on a lot of them.
Yeah.
Sega took over or something.
Rome Total War, they had a barbarian expansion too. But what was cool about it as well is once you defeated a, I don't want to, it's not race, it's like
Tribe.
yeah, like a different establishment of civilization, like Carthage. You could play as Carthage once you defeated them as Rome.
That's kind of cool.
So you have three different like segments of Rome you could play as, but then I would always go down first and get Carthage because they have the cool elephants and stuff.
Yeah.
Like the attack elephants, and
Nice.
then you could just play as them and play normal games, and you could set up different games where you could just play battles if you just want to play battles.
Yeah.
You could do huge like careers where you try to take over the whole world. That game was super in depth and really cool.
See, I think the thing that detracts for me with RTS games is all the stress involved, all the little puzzle
It's a lot
pieces
of
that you
different-
have to think about at one time, like the happiness of
It's
people,
not a
the
game.
economy.
It's not a game where you just sit down like I think I'm gonna play.
No,
I mean, well, the thing is, it's like you don't have to be good to enjoy games. I like to try, but they are games that are very difficult to get better at. There's
Yeah.
there's literally always something you could be doing better. The skill ceiling for RTS is maybe
that's
the
what,
absolute
that's what I'm
highest
about to
of
say.
any
Like
game.
you can go in and just get super overwhelmed by the amount
Yeah.
of stuff you have to learn at the beginning. For
Yeah,
sure.
just like when I opened up Civ 5, I think it was, or Civ 4, one of the
I think
two.
I have Civ 6.
And there was just the amount of text that was on screen in front of me.
Yeah, the
was
tutorials,
so
you got to push
overwhelming.
through the
Right.
tutorials on
I think the
RTS.
best thing to do is like treat it like a fighting game where you can easily get overwhelmed if you try and figure out everything at once.
Yeah.
Just like, especially when I was trying to like briefly learn StarCraft 2 or WarCraft 3, just like pick a race you like, whatever, and then just do one particular build.
Yeah,
And just do
Right,
that until
right.
you get comfortable.
Yeah, and then
feel
what
like
I
branching
also
out.
would do in that regards was I would like when I would come to a point where I'm like, well, I can't. I know what I want to do, but I can't do it. I would just look it up real quick, like one thing, and then I would be like pushing to learn more as I'm ready to learn more, not so much like sit through this hour-long tutorial.
Yeah,
on
you
how all the
can't learn
buttons
them
work.
like that because especially like there's a big execution barrier too of just like, can I control these units well enough to be able to win this little battle?
And in like in Rome Total War, there are literally like people will come to you and ask to marry into the family, and you have to say like yes, and that would give you X, or say no, and that would like put off this other country. People are coming to you all the time, diplomats, and you can also make diplomats to go to other countries, saying like, give us back this city, and we'll give you X amount of money, or we'll trade with you for this long. And so like you literally could just spend hours and hours on one turn just talking to other countries, like, trying to figure out like what the deal is. I've had people, oh man, I was bad, dude. I was so bad. Like I would be the worst like actual political leader because I was like, I had literally had Carthage come to me and they had like one city left, and they were like, we'll give you like all this money if you just like don't do it. Because I had it under siege, and I was like, okay, that's fine. And I pulled off, and then I just brought 3 more armies and just killed them. It was bad. It was bad. It was bad. But I really enjoyed those games. I think I might need to pick them back up now.
I think in recent memory, the game that I enjoyed the most in this genre is the Mario and Rabbids.
I haven't played that
It's
one.
really good, actually.
It looks really cool. I played a bunch of XCOM, which is like more similar.
I was just about to
that.
ask about XCOM because that XCOM 2 I think was just free. I did pick it up on PS Plus, but I haven't played it.
Yeah, I didn't get around to playing XCOM 2 because I feel like I burned myself out on 1, but it was a lot of fun. Like it was like tactical RPGs.
Yeah.
See,
It's
I
like a
haven't
slightly
gotten
different
past
genre.
the like learning curve of it at all. Like I played a little bit of the tutorial, so maybe if I just push through, I really do like RTS. So.
Yeah, you would probably enjoy it then. There's a lot of strategy to it. I mean, there's a lot of like luck too, but I know you don't really mind roguelikes and stuff. So, but I mean, sometimes you'll make Guile, you'll give him a little Guile haircut, and it's my little trooper Guile, and then he gets randomly crit like with a 5% chance to hit, and he's just dead.
I saw
his
this
limp corpse
just
on the
laying
ground, and you're just like, Officer Guile, no! It's just you just gotta suck it up.
Yeah.
I saw this meme and it was like I think it was from XCOM, one of the XCOMs, and it literally was a guy standing next to him, next to the alien, and he had his gun in his mouth, and it said 65% chance to hit.
Yep, you'll have that too.
Fire Emblem's really good too. Have you guys ever played Fire Emblem?
Fire Emblem too hardcore for me.
Is it? Why?
Well,
I don't
there was
know
the
what it
That
fact
seems
that
less hardcore than
the
Warcraft 3.
Fire Emblem has like permadeath, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. But like the amount of I haven't
Permadeath
played,
is hardcore always.
I haven't played the earlier Fire Emblems, but the
I only really
ones
played the one on Game Boy Advance.
the one I played was on 3DS, and you can choose to play it with permadeath or without. I chose with permadeath.
There's no
just 'cause-
choice though, right?
Yeah, you have
It's
to.
like you must be a man.
But when characters die, you get such an influx of new characters that it doesn't really matter. Yes, it does hurt, like when you're romancing a character and you're like about to get married.
Oh no!
And then they die in battle.
My true love.
It is heartbreaking.
Oh my god!
But like you always have another character to replace them with.
oh, like hey babe,
yeah,
how
just
you
like
doing?
real life.
Fresh meat, my favorite.
I was getting tired of you anyway.
But
Man,
yeah,
true.
I like tactical RPGs that aren't that in depth because it's almost too stressful for me to handle like economy.
I'm gonna have to play. I want to play
relationships and all
XCOM
that.
now. I want to get back into.
Yeah, dude,
RTS
definitely give it a try.
Yeah, especially since it was free.
Yeah. So guys, what other RTS games you?
Hold on.
What?
Sorry, hold on. Just hold on. Hello.
We're recording right now, you idiot.
Just give me a second.
Oh God! All right.
Hello. Are you serious, dude? I gotta go. I'm sorry.
What do you mean you gotta
I gotta
go? What do you?
Just film
What?
the show. Just film the show. It's fine. I'm not that important anyway. Just film.
Oh my god.
Oh, okay.
Well, just give us like 5 minutes. We're gonna find somebody to
Yeah,
replace
let's figure
Zach,
this
I
out.
guess.
Let's figure this out. Okay, so guys, since Zach had to leave for whatever reason, I guess he had an emergency or something, his twin brother Chad is here, so we figured we might as well have him on the show too.
What's up, guys?
Hey, how you doing, man?
What's up, Chad?
Pretty good. Hey, bros. Wow, I'm kind of nervous. I'm not gonna lie to you.
What do you mean you're nervous? It's all good, man.
I mean, I've never
Yeah,
been
dude,
on this
relax.
high class of a production before, bro. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
No, man, it's cool, dude. We're
What y'all talking about?
can't believe we never had you on before. We're actually talking about RTS games today.
Have you
Is that like Fortnite or what?
No,
No, not necessarily.
not really at all.
Not necessarily.
On a scale of FIFA to Fortnite,
It's more towards FIFA for sure. It's like
yeah, you're right.
there's
Yeah,
like
yeah,
multiple units
Yeah,
that
if
you
there's a
control and
spectrum.
stuff.
Are units
Do you
like
know what? Do you
players?
not know what an RTS is?
I mean, it probably stands for something like real-time sports.
Yes,
Close.
Some of them do
Pretty close.
probably.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
sure.
Okay.
I'm sure. It's actually a real-time strategy game. Do you know what I mean? So like you have
No.
you're looking.
Well, it's
you're-
like real time sports is sports take
Kinda,
strategy,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
I
So
mean,
you're like-
yeah.
you're
Sometimes I have to pass the ball and shoot, but I have to pick which player because you don't want to shoot from from like just center in basketball. You don't want to shoot a three-pointer,
Right,
bro. You know what I'm
right.
saying?
Yeah.
Is that kind of what
Well, I mean, you
mean?
do,
Like,
Kinda.
but it's like you
you
can't.
don't want to though because he's gonna be like he's just gonna brick it, man.
Yeah,
He's gonna
I
brick
feel
it
that.
every
I feel
time.
that.
Yeah,
I feel that.
Yeah. See, I like you, man.
So,
I like you.
so like really, like we're talking about like looking down on like soldiers in a battlefield, and you're kind of directing your
Like Call of Duty.
units, kinda, but not like.
Yeah, sort of. Like,
I mean,
imagine if
okay.
you were the guy like in the AC-130, you know.
Yeah.
Oh,
and-
yeah.
so-
The
Yeah.
kill streak.
But
Yeah,
instead
yeah.
of just like
Yeah.
shooting people with missiles or whatever, you're
Okay.
kind of like controlling them
See, you lost
and directing
me
the
again, bro. You
battle.
lost me.
Okay.
You had me and you lost me, bro. I don't know.
Okay.
Okay.
Well,
I mean, but Fortnite though.
Fortnite, yeah.
Yeah, bro.
You
Yeah.
enjoy
Dude, I got
Fortnite?
like 48
Fortnite.
solo wins.
Dude.
wow, that's
Yeah,
amazing.
All by myself. That's what solo means.
What?
Yeah,
Dude, wow.
I didn't know that.
I don't really like
I
playing
know.
with a team that. I mean,
Yeah.
There's
Yeah,
kinda cramp my
communication
style.
kind of sucks,
Okay.
right?
What?
Talking to people, it's kind of like the worst.
Oh yeah, bro. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the worst. I hate it.
How's your building skills?
Nobody cares about that, dude.
they're
Let's
a
talk
little
about
bit subpar,
cosmetics,
bro.
man. What kind of sweet cosmetics you
Oh,
got?
dude, I just got this rainbow afro, bro. I only had
Oh,
to spend like
sweet, man.
2,000 V-bucks on it. It was pretty sweet.
Dang.
Wow, what is
dude.
a
I try to keep my
V-buck?
I'm pretty frugal when it comes to stuff like that.
Yeah.
So like I try to only spend like 2,000 V-bucks like a day at least. No more than that. I don't want to spend. I don't want Fortnite to ruin my whole life. So many of these people, bro, they just like. They they let Fortnite just ruin their whole lives. It's like 24/7. I only
Yeah,
play it
yeah.
8 hours a day.
I feel that.
Yeah.
Only 8?
Only
Dude, are
8,
you?
so
You're kind of
cool.
like a casual chat. I thought
I'm
you.
trying. I mean, I try not to grind
Don't
too
you dare.
hard.
You're so cool.
Thanks.
I mean, I thought you were cooler than your brother, but I mean, it's like, yikes! I didn't realize Chad
Let's
was a
not talk
casual
about
too.
Zach anymore, man. He's gone.
Is-
There's a new host. in
What's
town.
what? Wait, what happened to him?
What do you mean he's
Where'd he
gone?
No,
go?
he's not. He's not dead. Like,
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Okay. Well, you scared
Jeez.
me.
no, man. He just went to get ice cream with his wife or something. You know how she is.
No, I don't. I have no idea how she is.
Yeah.
I don't know. She like ice cream?
Yeah, she likes it a lot.
Okay.
So, Chad, what do you play other than Fortnite?
Yeah.
Do you like?
I've been playing some Call of Duty. Dude, did you hear that they're gonna have Battle Royale in this next one? I'm so hyped.
It's like
There was
everything you
bro,
love in
it's
one
like
game.
Fortnite and Call of Duty
All in one?
in one.
Oh man, it's
Yeah.
like they had a baby, and it's gonna be beautiful. I'm so excited. I got that pre-order pack or whatever, like the gold edition. I'm gonna get all kinds.
The
of
gold
stuff.
Sweet,
edition?
I don't even
dude.
know if it comes with the game, but I don't even care, dude. I get that sweet
Yeah,
swag.
dude.
What,
Yeah.
what are they coming with this year? I remember my favorite was that little RC car.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
was cool.
This time they
That
come
was
with like
cool.
a full battle jet.
Yo,
Like
Yeah,
an
dude.
actual.
Yeah, it only costs
That's
$2
sick.
million, dude. That's it. $2 million.
Dude, that's
For-
pocket
for
change.
It doesn't
jet?
come with
That's
a.
pocket
It,
jet.
it doesn't come with a copy of the game though.
That's
Oh,
fine.
well.
That's fine.
Yeah, but I got it on digital download ready. It's ready to go.
Pre-order.
Yeah, dude.
That's the way to go.
Legit.
that's-
Everybody pre-orders.
Legit.
that's pretty cool. Does it have like the Call of Duty branding all over it? Like
of course it does. What are you, an idiot?
big old Black Ops all over it. Okay, well that's sweet, man. I mean,
Black
I
Ops.
just
That
you
is
know I
pretty
don't
cool. That
really
is pretty
follow
cool.
it.
You
the
know what I
same
really
way
like
you
about
do.
Black Ops 4, bro, is that
Yeah.
they actually use the correct Roman numerals for it. Like I was really worried that.
Do you
they
know
were
how
gonna mess
Roman
it up.
numerals work?
Yeah, dude. This like you count
Yeah.
them from the left
Yeah,
to the
you-
right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, right.
So
right.
it's 4.
Yeah.
It's the fourth one.
And you know, a
yeah.
lot of people don't know that, man. You'd be surprised how many times.
Hey, you
I
gotta
have to
do your
explain that to
research, man.
people,
You
Yeah.
gotta do your research.
Yeah,
Only really
okay.
the hardcore gamers will get that kind of stuff.
Yeah, man.
But I like
You're
going
so
deep.
smart.
I know, man. I
so
try.
smart.
You know what I
like
think is
you,
weird
dude.
though? It's like the second Call of Duty 4. You know, it's like they had 4 and now they got 4 again. So it's really like 8. If you think about it, if you really
If
think
it's
about
multiplied.
Whoa.
it, yeah. Or is it 16? Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, dude.
Or is it squared? Is it 64? I mean, how does this? I don't know how the math works.
Now, see, I don't add little numbers like those little, what they call them when you square something,
those exponents.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
have
yeah,
that. No,
yeah,
bro.
yeah.
No, bro. No.
You don't know those? Okay,
No, I
that's
don't
cool.
do
That's
that.
cool.
I don't do that. This is
I
a
feel
little
that.
bit out of my pay
For
grade.
losers,
honestly.
right? Yeah.
that-
I feel that.
I get it. I get it.
yeah. So what else y'all playing besides those real time sports games?
We've been playing all
Do,
kinds
do you
of
like
stuff.
do you like FPS, like first person
Oh,
sports?
dude, hell yeah, dude, yeah. First person sports are my favorite, man. They made this new thing in 2K where you can like go in and like shoot the basketball first person.
Yo,
Okay,
It is
that's sick,
crazy,
man.
dude. Like I
That is pretty
actually
sweet,
felt
dude.
like LeBron was passing me the ball, and I almost just.
Did he give
like-
you a little wink when he did it? Like,
I mean, obviously, duh. Like, of course they would do that.
That's so cool, man. That is so cool.
Yeah, man. You guys just crack me up. I'm just so happy to be here, dude.
That's good.
I could be
man.
playing Fortnite right now, but I guess I'll take a break. You know.
We're gonna have to take some lessons from you. in
wait,
Fortnite,
wait
I
a minute.
think.
You play 8 hours a day, but you only have 48 solo wins.
Let's not.
Hold on.
Well, I mean, like,
How many solo wins do you have?
I mean, there's a skill cap there, bro.
0.
Exactly.
Yeah, dude.
Exactly.
Get on my level,
0.
bro. Then you
Get
can
on his
come and
level.
talk to me about how 48 solo wins.
That's right. I got you, bro.
Thanks,
I got
man.
you.
Thanks. Jeez. Man, you got some toxicity over
I'm
on my
sorry.
side
I
of the
know,
show.
right?
I talk trash. That's what I do. I'm
Yeah,
sorry. It's
jeez.
nothing personal, Chad. I'm just.
All right.
I gotta check you out.
I
See
mean, that's
you know
cool.
what you're up to. You know.
Yeah, man. I heard you talking earlier about WarCraft. You play that nerd.
Oh yeah, dude. Yes.
Mm.
I live in the
mean,
basements, man.
I guess it's all right.
Thrive in the
whatever.
basements. I'm
Whatever.
like
Cool,
fungus.
man, with all the elves and stuff, right?
Yeah, dude. You don't like elf
We
chicks?
talking
You
Lord of the
like
Rings now?
elf
What are we
chicks?
talking about?
Chad.
I
I mean,
mean,
it basically is Lord
yeah,
of the Rings.
basically, yeah.
I think
Wait,
they had a Lord
what?
of the Rings strategy game.
There's
Like a
Lord of
real-time
the
strategy
Rings.
game. Yeah.
There's Lord of the Rings game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
You don't know
Dude,
that?
bro.
You didn't play
Yeah.
the one where you're like the assassin dude killing all the orcs?
Oh, that was a good
You
one.
didn't play that?
was a
Nah,
good one.
dude. No, man. I was
You gotta
probably,
get on
what
that.
year was that?
You gotta get on that. That was a couple years ago. I think.
2015.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
I was probably
Something
playing
like that.
NBA. 2K16 at that point.
You gotta get on that. Shadow of what was
Mordor?
it? Mordor. Yeah, you gotta get on that.
Yeah, man. I got to try that
It's a
out.
hotness.
Did you get a gun in that one?
No,
In Lord of the Rings?
no. You can pretend though. I think if you want to, that your sword.
And
is
my
a gun.
imagination's not the greatest, I'll be honest. Like, it's not really.
That's cool. That's for losers. You know.
Yeah,
what I mean?
imagination
I feel
is
you.
for
I feel you.
dummies.
Yeah, I'm surprised.
feel
I'm
you.
surprised you'd watch that kind of like nerd crap.
What, Lord
Honestly,
of the Rings?
yeah.
Oh, well, I watched I watched the one where the mountain in it.
Oh yeah. That's a different thing. That's Game of Thrones.
Oh, my bad, dog. My
Yeah,
bad. I didn't
yeah.
mean to like hurt your nerd. I know that's
No,
a big deal.
I-
You got
yeah,
get them
it's
confused.
a big deal,
it's
but
cool.
it's
all
okay.
good.
Yeah,
It's all
yeah,
good.
my
It's all
bad,
good.
my
It's all
bad.
good.
I'm used
So
to
what?
it. You
So
know?
the Game of Thrones is the one with all the naked ladies.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, that one.
Yep.
Oh, that's
Yep.
not Lord of the Rings.
Nope.
No.
Nope.
No.
Okay.
No.
All right. My
Completely
bad.
different thing.
My
I can
bad.
see the confusion. though.
How
I can
many
understand.
naked ladies in Lord of the Rings?
There's Gollum.
Is that?
Is she hot?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
need to
man.
see that one.
I need to watch that one then.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. So the wolves though, that's what's in Game of Thrones. The big scary wolves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You like the wolves?
Yeah, dude,
You
they're
like the
cool.
fluffy
The
dogs?
ones
Yeah.
they die though, like almost all of them.
Oh man, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, spoilers, bro.
Man, you've
My
seen a
bad.
lot of it, dude. I'm
Mm.
surprised you've seen so much.
Oh, I didn't know
It's.
that.
I mean, the storyline's a little bit hard to follow, but I kind of just track it to every sex scene. You know, I just kind of make it to the next.
That's a
one.
good way to do
Yeah,
it. I
me
think. That's a
too.
good way to
Yeah,
break it down.
keeps me. I mean, it keeps
Yeah.
me motivated.
I mean, there's a
Keep
lot.
watching.
That's an easy way to get through all of it. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? And make
yeah.
sure you know what's going on in the
Yeah.
plot.
I don't really care for like the sword play and stuff, like whatever.
Yeah.
But like I do
Oh, the
like
talking though.
I do
dude.
like the sword play, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
dude, I
She
feel
that
you,
baby.
man.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah, that's
right?
gross. That's gross. Yeah. Let's not do that. So
Mm-hmm.
but this is a Lord of the Rings game you're talking about.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about.
Yeah, Warcraft it's basically Lord of the Rings. Yeah, pretty
Okay.
much.
That. All right. So
But
It's like
exactly
it's
the
like
same.
Lord of the Rings, but like FIFA. Like FIFA, if the
Whoa, bro,
players,
whoa.
if-
Yeah. If you combine them together, yeah.
yeah, if the players on the field were Lord of the Rings characters, that's what Warcraft.
they like
is.
kill each other and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah.
I gotta get on this, man.
I think
So it's
you
like,
need to
where's how's the ball going?
The ball is. Where's the ball?
you basically just there's no ball. It's kind of like
well,
like pretend instead of like
Yeah.
kicking a ball in a goal,
You're
you're just
asking a
trying to
lot of me right now.
beat the crap out of each other, like MMA,
Okay.
right? Combined with
yeah,
football.
yeah,
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 so it's
yeah,
like that. Yeah.
I played the UFC games like hardcore.
Oh
for a
yeah,
while.
yeah. I'm sure
They're
you
really
do.
hard. They're really hard. And I tried playing with a couple of people online. They just,
Mm-hmm.
excuse me, man. They just demolished me. It's really bad. I was
Damn.
really bad at it.
Why didn't you want to get good at UFC? What?
There's a lot of thumb work,
Oh, okay.
and I got that
Yeah.
carpal.
Oh,
feel
you
you.
got
I
carpool?
feel
Yeah,
you, dude.
no,
I
yeah.
feel you.
Oh
on
my
that.
god.
Yeah, too much Fortnite. They said.
you
I
on
wanted
that,
to adopt
yeah.
the other day, bro, and they're
Yeah.
like,
That's the price you
Get that
pay for being a
carpool.
hardcore gamer.
I mean, 48 solo wins nothing to scoff at. I'm
No.
gonna
I
get,
mean, it's literally something I would scoff at, but it's
Why
I
this
understand it's a
toxicity,
big
bro?
deal for you.
like what?
I about had it. I
Yeah,
about
I
had
mean-
it. We get
I mean,
this
I
we
can't-
get this new guest on.
I'm sorry. Don't
I wanna
make it
come
about
back.
me.
He's
I'm
never been
sorry,
on the show
Chad. I'm
before.
sorry.
I mean,
I'm sorry.
Zach's been talking a bunch of like good stuff about you guys, saying how awesome you were. I don't feel the vibe right now, bro.
Well, you feel the vibe for me.
Let's
I mean, I
vibe,
get
dude.
it.
I'm sorry.
Thanks, guys, for having me on the show. Bro.
It's been great having
You're
you,
welcome.
Chad.
It has been great. I want to keep in touch.
Yeah, for
and
sure.
have you back
Maybe I'll
on.
come back.
Yeah, man. Give that Lord of
Can I
the
have-
Rings
can I have
game
your
a
number?
try.
Can we remember?
I mean, have my people call your people.
You got people, Chad?
I mean, I got those
All right.
people.
Yep, okay.
Like Zach? Guess Zach
Yeah,
could set it up.
Zach's one of my people. So yeah, dude, I'll just do your. I mean, are we done? Like, go ahead and.
Yeah,
take
yeah,
it
we're
back.
done. You
Yes.
can leave
Can-
now,
Oh, okay.
actually.
All right.
yeah.
All right.
Can
Well,
I-
you guys just let me know. Like,
Okay,
what.
call
Yeah,
me.
oh, definitely. We'll
Call me.
we'll talk to you.
All right. See you.
Please.
Michael, you're embarrassing
Huh?
yourself. Okay, he's not that into
What?
you.
Okay.
Thanks, guys, for joining us today. We had a great time talking to Zach and talking to his brother Chad. And we'll try and have Chad back on. Maybe we'll try and get him to play something
sure
other
hope
than
so.
Fortnite.
I sure hope so.
Yeah. Thanks for joining us. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Really helps us out. Thanks for everything. I love you.
Why are we counting?
I was trying to memorize all my talking points.
Okay.
Bye.